Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another horrific unboxing. I know it's been so long since I saw you all last. Right, before I begin, let me give a bit of premise to how this came about because it was so random. It's unbelievable. So I received an email from Games Quest Fulfillment, and they act on behalf of Free League publications. So they're the guys that create the Alien RPG game. As you know, we just completed Chariot of the Gods scenario, and we've started Destroyer of the Worlds. Next session is this Tuesday. So we've been featuring Alien RPG. I've done a couple of unboxings, and honestly didn't think anything more of it. So these guys through Free League, Free League basically reached out and went, okay, we want to give you a free game if you're prepared to feature it in the channel. I was like, oh, not a problem. Now I did a bit of checking about because when you get an email, like you're like, is this a scam? So I asked about legit, legit email, legit enterprise. So what they do, I have to say, because I've also looked at Mutant Year Zero, and I'll see myself getting up a few other games. Free League are brilliant. Like from the experience I've had with them so far, fantastic company. They just seem to have the right attitude. They're not political. They just want to make good games and people to enjoy themselves. What more do you want? And their products are pretty nice. Like their books, if you've seen the unboxing videos I did for Mutant Year Zero and Alien Starter Pack, and our gameplay is just so much fun. And the games are easy to play. It's not like super complicated with the rules, or you're not like scratching your head with the character creation. It's there and it is tied to the universe, so you can see yourself in the Alien universe, for example. So that's it. Got the email. So you had to fill out a form, did that, and then they put a wee checkbox. Would you be prepared to receive a PDF if the physical books aren't available? I'm like, okay. So what I thought in my head was, all right, I'll send this. I might get a PDF copy of the rules or something that I can use, and I'll give it a shout out, thanks, and I'm planning to play the games anyway, so no problem. Or I might get a book. What I wasn't expecting was this bloody thing to arrive through the post today. This is big, right? This is not what I was expecting, so you can understand why I'm a wee bit excited to be doing this. Bloody hell, right? So this beast has just arrived. I hope it isn't just a brick or something inside, but we're gonna take a. This is gonna be a longer video because we're gonna take a minute going through all this. Like, holy moly, this is heavy. By the way, this is like they're not messing about. So I was expecting to maybe get a book if I was lucky, but a PDF. I was not expecting this. So let's dive in, have a look, see what I've got. Flipping hell. Totally random. So as I do this, everyone who's watched our video, our live streams, and everyone has shared them afterwards and hit likes and shared it. Thank you very much, because somehow you've got this little channel under the radar of Free League Publishing, the company that make the game. So somebody's seen our stuff, liked it, and I've decided we're worthwhile to like give stuff to basically, what is it, a brand ambassador or something? Basically showcase the brand. That's an honor. When somebody's like, as you know, we've had authors, creators, all sorts coming on the channel, sharing their stories with us. Not every time someone does that, it's like, we think you're worthwhile. I want to share my product, my creation with you to showcase or perform or whatever. It's an absolute bloody honor. Like it shows somebody has faith in what we're trying to build here. And like I said, the channel's been going a while now. Where we know what we're doing. We've got a sort of establishment with it. We're always growing. Like, we're still reasonably small. Like anything, I'd like to get bigger. I'd like to reach more people. Like to bring more people on board. As you know, now I've got a regular group of contributors, which is fantastic. Chris, Dale, Steve, and of course Cameron. I can't forget Cameron, who started this with me. Great bunch of friends. We'll have a laugh. We've got Phil from Brotherhood of the Dice, Mark and Angie from Infinite Monkey Tales, Oliver from RX Oliver, in the role playing side of things. I have a fantastic. Now I got Shay from Shay's Rants has got involved with this. We've got a network of channels here, people that are working with me and helping me grow and giving me engagement, and that means the world. But to get something like this just blows my mind. Right. I'll be disappearing back and forth from Cam because I can't sit with this up. It's too bloody big. Oh, dear. What have we done? Let's see. Right. This is all well truly bubble wrapped. Oh, shit. Right. Oh, right. Need to get the second layer of bubble wrap. So well protected. Oh my god! Right. I don't want to. Do you know when you're cutting into wrap and you don't want to actually damage anything? Here we go. Here we go. Snippety, snippety, snip. How many books have I got? Right. 4. 1, 2, 3. Jeez, I have a couple £100 worth of stuff here. Bloody hell, man. This is not cheap, by the way. Just not that I complain about the price, because they're as we'll go into it. Holy right. Okay. Bloody Nora, there's a lot of stuff here. Right. Dispatch note. So they have given me the Alien RPG core rulebook, the Alien RPG starter set, the Alien RPG Heart of Darkness, an Alien RPG Building Better Worlds, which is their latest release. That's their brand new latest release. And they've not just sent me that, but they've sent me that with everything. Holy moly. Right. Was there there's no note. I would have liked the be a wee note. Okay, Colin, this is what we want you to do. So they have. I'm under no contractual obligations, by the way. I could have just taken this lot and went, thank you very much, said nothing more about it. But nah, obviously I am blown away here. Sorry. Before going any further. Yeah, I am genuinely stoked. Games Quest and Free League. Thank you very much. Before we go any further. Right. So let's go with the first thing. Alien starter set. So I have this. I'm not going to open that because shit. I'm pulled right back here because I need space. Right. I have this. I've done an unboxing video. So I'm not going to open this one. Right. So here's what I'm going to do. Right. As you see, brand new and it's sealed. I'll do a quick one with the other one, but right, here's what I'm going to do. This Tuesday, we have our next session of Destroyer of Worlds. If you tune in to the live stream, I'm going to give this away to someone. So I'll get the bot like we've done with the Helter Skelter scenario on Brotherhood of the Dice. So what I'm going to do then is you'll need to be watching on both channels. So you'll need to be on Twitch, Brotherhood of the Dice. You need to be on YouTube, Horrific Podcast. And someone's going to get this. I think that's the only, considering what I've got here, that's the only fair thing to do. Okay, so that's what's going to happen this Tuesday. Make sure you tune in for our Destroyer of Worlds episodes. I'm going to do a giveaway. And it's a good thing I have a lot of packaging here because that's going to be useful. Okay, then. Let's... Sorry, my mind is blown with this. Okay, so we have the core rulebook. So the starter set gives you... Oh, do you know what? That's... Sorry, my mind is just all over the place. I am just like a wee kid. Like, I got stuff, wee presents. For those that you haven't seen, here's the starter set. And honestly, for the price of this, which I talked about, so what you get is a cut. Now, this is a cut down version of the rule book. Okay, so it's a quick start rules. And here's a good thing for comparison. Right, so that's the main rule book, and that just gives you everything. And plus, don't forget, these things aren't meant to be memorized. You're you use them as a guide as you're playing the game. So there's how it works. There's the cut down version, there's the full version. Even if you're never to like fully into this game, that's a decent, really great read. And it does well, even though it's an established universe, the Alien universe. This actually expands it further and goes into some of those questions that you want to answer. So this is well worth the read. But not only that, there. These things are 20 quid in their own. The dice. So the yellow ones are your stress dice. And these are your skills dice. And if you've seen us play through the scenario, you've seen how this works. Even though digitally, it's the same principle. And what you don't want to do is be rolling these things, because then you start rolling stress charts and it gets interesting. If you look what happened to my character Cham when the stress dice start getting rolled, that was not good. You got your personal agenda cards. So you've seen how that everyone has a personal agenda when you're playing the game. I can talk about it better now. I've actually been through the scenario. So basically, you get that. That's how you have to act it out. So it could be cooperating with certain members. It could be working against other members of the team. Even without meeting a xenomorph, you can play this game without involving an alien. Just the scenario is that great. And if you've seen us playing through Chariot of the Gods, like we were having so much fun even before we left the Montero. And then you've got your character cards. These are the... So I had the... Oh, you've got Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 agendas, by the way. So you need to split the GM needs the mother needs to split those up. But these are the character cards. So where was... We have a Clayton, Cooper, Flynn, Reed. That was my second character. Where's Cham? Horton, Bain, Penn, Blodgett, Eva, Clayton, Cooper, Johns. He might be in the middle there, but I played Reed after Cham. Matt's untimely end. Where the hell? Maybe that was something. I thought it's full about that one. Maybe Cham is available digitally and not in this. Or oh wait, hold on. There's more cards. Right. Silly me. That's your initiative cards. Never figured out. There's your equipment. So you basically get an equipment card, and your weapons and stuff have initiatives. But anyway, needless to say, this is all designed for sitting around a table with people. We did it online, but still, that's just a free league thing. You then have the maps. So he's got laid out on the table. So the Kronos, and you have the Montero as well. And then these are your tokens. Like I said, I did a full unboxing of this separate video. I'll link it in the description. Once I've finished the stream, I'll go back and I'll put all the links for everything that's here. Because I didn't know, I got basically a big box. But there's also the scenario, Charity of the Gods, which I had fun reading afterwards because I couldn't read this when I did the unboxing because I was about to play the scenario. See after finishing the scenario, and they're like, oh, see who's up the shenanigans. Yeah, it's fun to go back and read a scenario afterwards. So you can pick up if you're a player. There's nothing stopping you buying the scenarios, but what I would advise is don't read them until you've played the game. That would be my honest advice, because if you read it ahead of time, you'll ruin the game for yourself. You'll spoil it. So pick up the scenarios, but wait until you actually play the game before reading it. And then after you've, I think it's your becoming a better role player as well and understand these games. You can read the rules, you can take part. It's all up to the person that runs the game. The pressure's on them to make a scenario fun. Always respect to anybody that runs a game. It's a big ask. But there's people genuinely enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's a part of the hobby. But as a player, I would wholly recommend is if you have played a scenario and you can get a copy of it, read it afterwards. If it's not a homebrew scenario, but if it's an actually published one, get it after you've played it, and then you can go to the ins and outs and see where the story went, and then you can go to yourself and go, okay, how did I miss that bit? How did I miss that? And it just sort of gets you in your mind and it helps you build the picture too of what was trying to, and you can decide whether it was good or not. You know, not good or not, but I mean, whether your interpretation was what the scenario was laid out, etc. You know, and every group's different, etc. You know, so there's no two ways to play a game. For example, Chariot of the Gods, we were playing it, and then another group was playing it like a week later. So they were doing it on Saturdays, I think, while we were doing it on Tuesdays. So we were playing the scenarios on a Tuesday, and they were doing it on a Saturday. And same guy, Phil was running both games, and the other groups were doing different things apart from us, you know. And it's just interesting to see that. Let's just put you. Sorry, I have to put stuff back because there's so much space. But like I'm saying, shit. Oh, as I crashed stuff. Sorry, I'm just throwing stuff about. This will be a giveaway on Tuesday. Right. So here's the unopened one. You've seen inside what's in it. Make sure you tune in. Right. Anyway, on to the main event. Vents. God, I could have done a separate stream for each one of these, but I think I need you. I think they need to impress upon you how cool Free League are, and they've really. I won't hear a bad word said against them. I just hope this is the spirit in which they do things. And I didn't ask for this. I didn't reach out. I was approached. And all we were doing on the channel is just playing a game, just playing their games and enjoying it. So, bloody hell. I can't say thank you enough as I do this. Genuinely can't. Let's throw that up in there. Right. So here we have the core rulebook. Bloody hell. See if I had just got this. Right, honestly. If all they had done was send me this, I'd still be over the moon. Right? What they have sent me here, I am blown away. Genuinely just lost for words. I can't lie to you about your chances, but you have my sympathies. That's the Alien role playing game, right? That's it in a nutshell. Space is vast, dark, and not your friend. Gamma rays and neutrino bursts erupt from dying stars to cook you alive. Black holes tear you apart, and the void itself boils your blood and seizes your brain. Try to scream, and no one can hear you. Hold your breath, and you rupture your lungs. Space isn't as empty as you'd think either. Its frontiers are ever expanding. Rival governments wage a cold war of aggression, while greedy corporations vie for valuable resources. Colonists reach for the stars and gamble with their lives. Each new world tamed is either feast or famine, and there are things lurking in the shadow of every asteroid. And there are things lurking in the shadows of every asteroid. Things strange and different and deadly. And I wish I'd got some water because I'm going to be talking about it. This is the official Alien tabletop role playing game, a universe of body horror and corporate brinkmanship, where synthetic people play God, while space truckers and marines play host to newborn ghoulish creatures. It's harsh and unforgiving universe where you are nothing if not expendable. Like this, and in between the sessions as well, we're doing reviews on the movies because it just seems right. Stars of the Middle Havens. So here we go. Here's already a bit of context of core systems, outer veil, outer rim territories. Oh, and there is Draconis out that way. Which, like I said, we're playing the Draconis Strain trilogy, which is Chariot of the Gods, Heart of Darkness. Sorry, Chariot of the Gods, Destroyer of Worlds, Heart of Darkness. Let's go. So, pretty much the same. Space is hell. Your character, skills, talents, combat and panic, and gear. And now I haven't played through a scenario and into the second one. I've got a greater appreciation of how this actually works. And once again, thanks to Phil at Brotherhood of the Dice Styleth. Absolutely amazing bloke. Really has that spark about him when it comes to running games, and just and his knowledge of Foundry modules. Just bringing that to life is fantastic. And I'm glad I got involved. Just initially I joined the group because I want to get back into role playing again, and it's just taken off. And over a year later, what can I say? So what's the story, Mother? Ship's log, just a wee bit of an intro. Right, Frontier Life. Obviously, I'm not going to read all of this, but I'll just give you a bit of a look at the pages and like the quality here. And actually, the artwork. The artwork's very subtle. It's not like a booga booga. It's all that sort of grim, dark, bleak. That the universe you live in is enough to be horrifying. Never mind meeting alien creatures. The frontier begins on the leading edge of the outer veil, crosses through the outer rim of the known territories, and stretches on into deep space. Located between the core systems and the outer rim, the outer veil is a vast region of space that is abundantly rich in mineral resources. The outer rim is extensively colonized, and the colonial navy operates there. Past the outer rim is anyone's guess, and that thrill of the unknown is what draws pioneers here. Settlers have likened the sometimes lawless frontier of the old to the old west of the United States. Here, life is harsh and cheap, and many worlds' atmospheric processors have been brought in to convert the air into something possibly breathable. The majority of settlers here are prospectors, entrepreneurs, farmers, and homesteaders. Mining worlds refine ores and fuels, while agri and aquatic worlds harvest food and algae. Space stations such as Anchor Point serve as a neutral staging ground for expeditions into deep space. Neighbouring colonies don't always get along, and armed conflicts over stakes and claims are not uncommon, often requiring the colonial marines to step in and restore order. The boundaries of the frontier are ever shifting, and sometimes colonies switch hands as border disputes redefine the map. So there you go. We got a wee bit of a hint in Aliens of the bigger universe and what it involved, and the fact that there's warships going around with marines kind of give a bit of a hint, but we never got any payoff. So this is given that other perspective. So even if you're not into role-playing games and you're a fan of the Alien franchise, this is worth looking into, because you're going to get more, because sometimes the novels aren't that fantastic. When people write novels, given in depth, but sometimes just laying it out as a technical manual. Like, remember, you used to get, especially sci-fi fans know about technical manuals. A technical manual's worth more for getting you involved in an actual universe than just telling another story. Just laying it out, and then when the stories come in, if they stick to the rules. So the fact this is an official Alien game means this is canon, if that makes sense. Ridley Scott can still suck it because he's an arsehole. He needs to just fall down some stairs rather soon. But these guys have actually spoken with the creators and come to actually establishing canon. And as I've said before, role playing, people that create role playing games, so much more attention to detail, and what I say, just an appreciation for the lore that's created the thing. So here we go. We've got a timeline. It's taking us up to 2179. Oh, right. So 2179, a shuttle from the long lost Nostromo is recovered by the salvage team. Right, so that's aliens. So this is taking us right up to aliens. So that's everything that's led up to that point. So there you go. Brilliant. Careers on the frontier, calling the space truckers, marines, company reps. Role-playing alien. So we've got two things here. Cinematic play. The game mother is the GM, the person that runs the game. Which is also a concept as well, which is brought in because if you saw a review of the Alien, Mark and I did, basically we weren't too. Remember watching it originally? It was like, so is Mother an AI, or is actually controlled? Like HAL out of 2001. Is that who's actually pulling the strings, or is it the company? You didn't quite know. So cinematic play emulates a dramatic arc of the Alien film, designed to be played as a single session. This game mode emphasizes high stakes, fast, brutal play. Conflict between player characters is likely, and you're not all expected to survive. In fact, most of your PCs probably won't live to see the end of the scenario. That is so bloody true. My character came up against an alien. In fact, one of my characters came up against an alien. My character had an acetylene torch. My character rolled stress dice. My character became immobilized with fear. My character died. That was it. My second character came across an abomination. My second character was beaten to death with its own arm, which is ripped from its body. Yeah, this is not a pleasant game. Yeah, this came in today. That's what I said. I'll give the whole premise. So go back to the start of the stream when I finish it. Free League sent me a stuff, so they're just off the cuff. Just asked if I'd showcase it in the channel. I'm like, yeah, not a problem. And I've got an absolute ton of stuff here. It's unreal. One complete cinema scenario, Chart of the Gods, is already available for separate purchase. Yep. Pre-generated scenario, which we have played through, and no, it's not. You don't do it in one scenario. We did it in 5. Because once again, you don't have to. You can, but if you're into a game and you're enjoying yourselves, and it takes you longer than one session to do it, then fine. You just put a pin. You get to a certain point, you put a pin on it, and then you come back again. As long as everyone's enjoying themselves, you can be as quick or as long as you want playing these games. There's no actual rules with it. The only thing is that everybody enjoys themselves and gets something from it, and nobody tries to take the enjoyment from someone else. That's it. Campaign play is designed for longer continuous play with the same cast of player characters over several game sessions, perhaps even dozens of sessions. In campaign play, you create your own PCs using the rules in Chapter 2, blah, blah, blah. Well, the Draconis Strain trilogy is a campaign made up of interlinked scenarios. A bit of an interesting one. So there's one way to do it as well. We are playing a campaign, but there's connectivity between the different scenarios. And the thing is, if you're playing a campaign, you're not going to survive. Anyway, it's just the nature of the game. It's a bit like Call of Cthulhu. There's no guarantee you're going to live. Not like D&D, we can just be super level 60 something and just survive hit after hit after hit. It's a completely different game. There's a vulnerability to these games, which I prefer. I enjoy that aspect, because then you have to think about what your actions are. Space horror. The alien experience is rooted in pervasive darkness and tension, with the capacity to shock by tapping into our primal fears. Every desperate breath into your rebreather of your spacesuit may be your last. Safe action, sensible. You know what I mean? Tools of the game. Goes into what a role-playing game is. Check out. In fact, I should put everything into a playlist, all our TTRPG stuff. But yeah, I've had writers on the show, players, and I've asked the question, what is an RPG? So you can check back previous episodes and get all that. Campaign play, career, attributes, starting attributes. I like the tone. Like, even the tone of this is fantastic. Right. Gear. So all your equipment's important. Also, how much equipment you can carry. If you try and load everything on, you're not going to be able to move as well. So there's penalties for carrying too much. Experience, you get drama points as you go along. You can use, build up. You've got a buddy and a rival. So you've got one other member of the group is considered your buddy, and another one's your rival. So there's that bit of antagonism in it, and your buddy could have another buddy that's your rival. It's like real life. Colonial Marines goes into Colonel Marshall, company agent. Really nice artwork in this. So there's different types of people you can playing. Kid, medic. So it's going through all the different types of officer, pilot, roughneck. That's your general trucker, space trucker, scientist. Then it's getting into your skills. I did cover it, but when I did the unboxing of the starter set, there's a lot of this stripped down, like your stress level, your panic, pushing your rolls, group rolls, so you can get help and stuff. We've went through this actually. Charity of the God scenario. We have actually played this out, and you've seen it. We're trying to open doors and defuse bombs and open lockers and get through hatches and stuff. Put up radio antennas. We've kind of done all this, so you can actually watch that scenario. And we're currently playing Destroyer of Worlds part of it, so we're doing it again. So we get to go through all this. Observation, so contact. These are all your different. So when you hear, give me a contact roll, give me a manipulation, medical aid roll, command roll. Last game, Heart of Darkness, there were a few command rolls failed, and it just went. Things go wrong when you fail rolls. Your talents. So this is how you build your character up. I'm just skimming through this because there are 2 books to go through here. General talents, combat and panic. So that's your line of sight. You need to be able to see the target, etc., before you can do things. Measuring time, so that's your rounds, etc. Stealth mode. That's I think we did play with, when we went into the vehicle bay, we were playing with stealth mode a bit. That was good. Motion trackers, you saw that during Charity of the Gods. We were playing with the motion tracker, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. That's the luck of the draw. And then you're rolling for power as well, so the battery might run out while you're doing it. Movement, helping others. Close combat, well, as my character found, both my characters in my last game found out, when you actually encounter these things, close combat isn't a good idea. You don't want to do that. That's bad. But you can also fight with other characters, which also happened at our last session. Characters fighting with each other, because that was fun. Dear. And the thing is, our characters fell out, but we're all still friends, and we're all still playing this Tuesday. You know, that's where you have to separate with the game. Things happen in game, characters fall out, doesn't mean you've fallen out. Overwatch is a good one. So you can basically be over somebody's shoulder to come back, deal with things. So this is going more in depth than the quick rules. So we're getting more charts and things. And a lot of this stuff you may not use. If the game is flowing, this is when the game doesn't flow, or there's something not too sure about, these tables come into play. So you're not duty bound to roll every table all the time. Sometimes the pace of the game, things get allowed, that's fine. But it's when you have to resolve an action that's difficult or has consequences, this is where these tables come in. And basically what it means is that it keeps the game fair. So it means that the person running the game isn't making stuff up and doesn't apply rules to one person and then maybe forgets 2 sessions down the line and applies slightly different rules. That's where these tables are useful. So when it comes to resolving certain actions, the first way is just to roll on the table, get the result, and then that's how it's played out. It just keeps it fair for everyone, and everyone's like, I mean, nobody throws a fit. If you've seen, especially the people I play with, you get a bad roll, you just embrace it and you laugh at the madness. That's the only way to do it. Is you get a absolutely terrible roll, things go wrong, and you just embrace it and go, well, I'm screwed. Let's all just chuckle along as the world falls apart around us. It's the best way to get from this. Don't ever take it personally when you're rolling tables and the thing goes against you. It's just part of it. But also when you get on the other hand, when you get critical successes and things go extremely right, it's also like, huh? And then you get to do that too. So there you go. Stress and panic, that is a brilliant mechanism in this game. It's the same as Call of Cthulhu and the sanity tables. It's comparable. This idea that you just go through and nothing happens to you, nothing affects you. You see a terrifying monster and you don't, your trousers don't change color is ridiculous. And it doesn't, if you're not a colonial marine and you're picking up a weapon, all of a sudden you're going to become Rambo. No, it doesn't work like that. All of a sudden you're put in a combat situation, you're not a combat person. You got to roll with stress and you got to play with how it goes. And it's fun because it gives you something for your character to do rather than just sitting going, well, I do this, I do that. You want to play a character. That's the whole point of role playing. You want to step into the character and how they would react. It doesn't mean how you're going to react as a person. It's how the table. So, for example, the panic roll, which I've encountered now a few times, once that starts happening, scream, you flee, you go berserk. You either go berserk or you go catatonic, collapse to the floor. Just what did I do? I dropped my item, wasn't it? I froze, and I froze from stress, and I dropped my item, and then I died. Conditions: dehydrated, starving. So even being in spacesuits and not coming out of hypersleep, you're in a certain condition. It's up to you to get it. But then that means you have to think about, right, do I just dive into combat or do I need to get myself sorted out first and play it out? Also, playing out the wee scenarios in between gives the person that runs the game mother, a chance to get their head together too. Because don't forget, they may have a scenario, but they're reacting to what you're doing as players, and that's creating the narrative. So the narrative of the story will change because of what the players do and how the game master reacts. So these little breaks of it's not just realistic. Okay, I'm going to go to the content, I'm going to get water, I'm going to, take my time and build up my reserves before I go out again. That's also giving the games master a chance to collect their thoughts and plan out the next part where it might have changed from a scenario. Because, You ask anyone that runs games, no scenario lasts, the first contact with the players, because that's just the way it is. Radiation, drowning, suffocation, synthetics. So synthetics have different rules, and androids, they have different skills, and you can have synthetics posing as humans. So when they're humans, they use the human limitations, but when they're exposed to synthetic, that takes over, and then the synthetic stuff comes into play. Cool thing to mess about with. Xenomorphs, of course, would not be Alien without our friends, the Xenomorphs. Multiple actions. This is what makes this game just. Some Xenomorphs they attack twice or even 3 times in a round. For such creatures, the GM draws a number of initiative cards equal to their speed rating. At the time of each initiative, the Xenomorph gets to perform one fast and one slow action, and then another action, and then another action. Then you get the react, but you're usually dead by then. Flipping ridiculous. But it's realistic, because you think of the Alien universe, what chance have you got? Anyone that's watched the Alien movies, you stand as a person against a Xenomorph, what chance? You have no chance. This idea of boxing, and I'm going to fight one. No, you're dead. And you have to play the game like that way. So you don't go off on your own with a hammer going, yeah, I'm going to take on the Xenomorphs. You're dead. That's why you have to work as a team. And that's what role-playing games are all about, working as a team. It's not about being individuals. Because even games like Paranoia, where you do work against other members, you still have to work as a team. Or these are all done. Let's get into gear. So it's obviously going more. You got a snapshot in the starter pack of all the types of gear. So there's the Watsamati DV303 bolt gun. So that was used a lot. I think that's been done. Actually, the original, not the movie versions, but if you ever read the graphic novel Aliens versus Predator, it was the colonial Marines that came across the Predators. So it was actually these colonial Marines that were the first to encounter the Predator in the future, which is why the movie annoyed me so much, because they said at the 20th century. When did that come out? But they said today, and that was ridiculous. And they also changed the original character was Japanese. She was the one that actually went off with the Predators, and they changed that as well, which was just that movie annoyed me. It's like they took something good and just made it cheap. Heavy weapons. There's the pulse rifles, which we're using now. The smart guns, incinerator units. So we've got all this. Diagnostic in space. So this really goes into what you have, and this is also a tool. Players can look at this, but this is mainly for a person running the game. They want to add equipment in. They want to give it stats once again, so they're not magical devices that just do what the plot needs it to. Equipment has limitations and strengths. Pharmaceuticals. We saw that with John's character using the pharmaceuticals. That was fun. Was a food and drink. So it's all here. Vehicles as well. You've got it all here. Oh, and of course, there's the dropship. These are so cool looking. The dropships and the ATVs. Hard Life Amongst the Stars. I wonder if there's a hypersleeping. So this is all going on there. There's your minor vessels. I love the artwork in this. It's so subdued. If that makes sense. But it's just given the atmosphere. Like Anchor Point Station is we used it in Chariot of the Gods as well. It's like the main way station. money and identification, work for hire, media, entertainment, which wasn't really religion, law enforcement. So there's religions of the time for this universe as well as the standard ones. So there you go. Here's all about the ships. Because we haven't even one thing we haven't encountered yet in the Alien universe is a space battle. I think it's like the movies are always a stripped down version, but we haven't seen the different. It's always the Whalen Autonomy company, but we haven't seen rival companies and them interacting against each other. But considering how the cinematic universe is going, we're not going to see that because Ridley Scott's an idiot. I'm looking forward to the TV show. If you saw my article on that, actually, I'm looking forward to the TV show. That guy seems to have his head screwed on. So, here's prices of stuff. So once again, you don't just buy anything. You've got limitations and budget, and that could be part of your motivation to carry out a mission. So here's all different types of ships, armaments. Oh, right. So we're really getting into Sulaco. Gunner. So, it's really getting into ship as well. So I think there is an opportunity as well for space battles. So you can play this game without even encountering the xenomorph. That's what's so good about it. They've actually taken the universe and they've built that up that you can have a crime drama in the Alien universe. You can have anything without actually just going up against xenomorphs, just playing in the universe itself and the interpolitics. If you want a different type of game, you can use this book. And that's what I actually really appreciate what they've done. Now, of course, most of the scenarios are going to be encountering the xenomorph, but how many times can you do that without getting bored? The whole point of the game is you jump into the universe and like a crime mystery, corporate drama, you name it. If you want to do something a wee bit different, use the universe and do it. Why not? In fact, Free League has no GL. Chaosm talks about more. I'll need to check it up, but I think Free League has no GL as well, or there's ways to contact the company. So if you're a writer and you want to write a scenario, and then find out what the rules are with publishing it within the RPG universe, reach out to Free League. Like already, I can tell. I've sung their praises before, but this has really blown my mind. What a fantastic company they are. I have nothing. There's nothing expected me of this. They just ask, can we send you out stuff? I'm like, yes, please. Nothing. I'm not under contract to do anything. I didn't have to make this unboxing video, but I wanted to because I was excited and I wanted to share this with you and go, nah, I got stuff and you don't, nah. But they're a fantastic company. So if you want to write a different scenario, as long as you stay within the universe and use universe's rules and refer obviously to the core book, that's usually how this works. If you're writing a scenario, have people refer to the core book so they pick one up, they run it. I think that's fair enough. But yeah, reach out to them, flesh it out, make it interesting. You don't have to counter an alien, just have it using the intrigue of this. It's all built up. Brilliant. Riff from the movies, yep. Stay in the shadows, feel the agendas, reveal the all the themes. And then it's going more depth into stress and horror here. Non-player characters, that's the ones that GM control, or after you get wiped out, you borrow one. Campaign play, creating jobs, xenomorphs and campaign play, right? That's how we look at that. A distinct difference between campaign and cinematic play is the role of the xenomorph. In cinematic play, you want to provide the full alien experience in a compact and accessible package, and the xenomorph is most often a part of this. In campaign play, on the other hand, you will roam the star lanes of known space and take your time doing it. It would not make any sense to encounter a lethal alien during every job the PCs take on. Instead, make the most of other enemies, corporate agents, enemy soldiers, assassins, rival crews, rogue androids, critters, and so on. Save the xenomorph for special occasions. So everything I just said there is you don't have to rely on the xenomorph. There's loads of other stuff which is in this book you can play with. Governments and corporations. So it's not just the Three World Empire. The Three World Empire was established the most long-term colonies and territories. Before its formation in the late 21st century, the UK and Japan had pioneered space exploration and settlement technologies through the British Wayland Corp and Japanese Yutani Corporation. Oh, didn't know that. These two innovative companies were the first to construct colonies on other planets and moons within the solar system. The three worlds, the coalition's name refers to, are Earth, Mars, and Titan, the first three worlds to be inhabited by humanity. So there you go, big business, big corporate. So there's that leaders current. So here's the whole socio-economic. The United Americas. The United Americas is the most powerful, star-faring, and colonizing nation of the 22nd century. As economic and political giant in both the Sol systems and throughout the off-world colonies, military might of the UA is unparalleled. So there's that. The Union of Progressive Peoples. As the nations that latter became Three World Empire pioneered humanity's expansion of the core systems in well, most of the colonies of the United Americas occupied vast areas of the outer rim territories called the American Arm. The UA Allied Command operates military bases, blah, blah, blah. Colonies earliest. Right. So there we go. There's those guys as well. History. In the early 22nd century, the UPP was formed by China and Russia in direct response to a perceived combination threat of the Three World Empire and the United Americas. Locked in an ever-escalating arms race with these capitalist conglomerates, the UPP have always managed to stay only one step behind them, despite the fact that they will not deal with Wayland Yutani or any other corporations. Additional member states include Vietnam, Germany, Spain, and several other Asian and Eastern European countries. At the time of his inception, many androids were already in use within the member states of the UPP. They were not, however, granted citizenship status of any kind. Now, over 60 years later, they're still just considered machines and property of the state. So you've got... It's just something that hasn't been explored. Sorry, it's getting... I've been waffling that long that the lights actually going down. It's getting dark. Whoops. Yeah, so there you go. You don't have to just be the corporation. There's different things to play with here. The Independent Core System Colonies, Interstellar Commerce Commission, Wayland Yutani, Lazal Bionational, Sigson. So these are all like we're hinted at that there's a bigger world, but not really get into. This is get into, and this is canon. So this is these could appear. This stuff that's been created here could appear in the films if we didn't have an idiot like Ridley Scott. But sorry, he just annoys me at the moment. His arrogance is just really winding me up because he's destroying the thing that has been built up over a couple of decades now. So there's sectors. He does it. The core systems. What's involved. The outer veil. So these are all campaign settings. So you can play about going in between these and set them wherever, and that's arranged. And just have a game of corporate intrigue. You don't always, like I said, in campaign modes, you don't have to always encounter a xenomorph. The outer rim territories. Sorry about that. I keep bumping my mic. Frontier. Camera of the Core System. Tanaka. So these are all different systems. What they're about. So I have two more books to go through, by the way. So bear with me. LV426. Acheron. So that was the original name for LV426, where originally it was a planetoid. There you go. Nerding out here. Police system. Alien species, right. So this is where, right, so it does include stuff from Prometheus, the engineers, accelerated evolution agent, so that's the black goo, technology, the xenomorphs, the neomorphs, right. Xenomorph 1, 2, special abilities, an ovomorph. Oh, it's the egg, right? An ovomorph, face hugger. What's that? Stalker Scout drone. Oh, that must be right. Different. Soldier worker sentry stage 5. Pretoria Crusher Queen, right? Alien hive. Other extra solar species. So this is where they talk about bug hunts. The swarm, insect omnivores, swarm attacks, harvesters, mammalian omnivore, lion worms. So here's a whole range of other creatures you can encounter. Tanakan scorpionids. Oh, scorpionids. Campaign play. The campaign framework. So this is basically for the GM how to put a campaign together. Was creating star systems. So everything's here. This is all design, you know what I mean, for putting a game together and creating a scenario. All the different planets, allegiances, gas giants, different types. Complications, space truckers, embargo, quarantine, intermissions, military, delay, maintenance, waiting game. Right. Oh, so you can roll dice. Is that what this? Oh, D66. Right. Job generator. Right. Oh, so basically what you can do is, that's actually a cool idea. So you start from here and you basically roll dice on these tables and it tells you basically what you're going to play, and then you craft a scenario from it. So you're not just sitting going, where to begin? This will actually help you craft the game. Mission, right. So that's it. You roll dice on each of these tables. It gives you your prompts. You create your scenario. Brilliant. Love it. Absolutely love it. It goes right on here. Expert. So you can just keep rolling table. Yep. Plot twists. So, yeah. And then you just craft your game from that and use all of this. So you're not alone. If you people think this is like it takes a hell of a lot of work, but you've all the tools here to help you. Non-player characters, so that's basically who you put in your game. Novgorod station. Oh, so there you go. There's another map. Oh, and there's all the different all the different levels. Hope's last day, right? Oh, is this the scenario? Yes, right. I will not read that bit. So here we go. We've got a scenario in the back. As you know, I don't read scenarios until I play, because if I end up playing them, I don't want to be ahead because it just ruins it. But there's an actual scenario built. Maps, everything you need. There's an index at the back. So there you go. Yeah, index is quite cool. Oh, and then there's back Stars of Middle Heaven. So that alone, if I had just received this, flipping hell, brilliant. Core rulebook, tons in that. No, 2 more to go. This is a kit? Heart of Darkness. I can't read this, so I'll just show you briefly. Because Heart of Darkness is what we've got after Destroy of Worlds. This is the third part of the Draconis Strain trilogy. So what I'll do is I'll open it up and I'll give you an idea just briefly what's in it, but I can't read anything because I don't want to spoil it for myself. And we will be running this. This is going to be on the channel anyway. Yeah, this is a pack. So this isn't just it's not just a book. So let's have a look-see. Right. We have story cards, so that'll be the same. That'll be your personal agendas, your equipment. That I'm not going to open these because spoilers. Games catalog. Mutant Year Zero. I have had a look at. I'm still planning to run a game at some point. That's something I've started putting stuff together for. Twilight 2000. Our friends over at Infinite Monkey Tales are playing that at the moment. So if you check out their channel, they have games lists going on right now. Forbidden Lands, I haven't seen yet. Tales from the Loop, I haven't seen yet. But honestly, the way these guys put games together, the One Ring, I might have to look that up. That's I thought there was another role playing game, and of course Alien, which we're talking about now. I could have sworn there's another one, but the way Free League do games, why wouldn't you? So here is the scenario for Heart of Darkness. See, oh, right, just I can't look at it. So there's characters, NPCs. There's basically everything you need to run the scenario, which we will be doing after. That's the final section of the Draconis Strain trilogy, and then you can see how all 3 of those scenarios work together. What else we got here? We have character sheets, stuff. Yep. And we have maps. Right, we'll leave that there. That's going to go back in. Close that up. And I will enjoy, after we've finished Heart of Darkness and the Draconis Strain trilogy, I'll enjoy going back over this. And then, like I said, after I've played it, go back, have a look, and see what was actually there. And don't forget as well, not everything. Like there's parts of Chariot of the Gods that wasn't brought into play because of what our characters did. No, because everybody died. There was nobody left alive to go across the next scenario. But that would have been the idea. You're playing in Destroyer of Worlds, you're playing as a Colonial Marines unit. However, there was no reason why one of the characters couldn't have came as an advisor. And there is going to be the link. We've already started the game. We're only 1 session in. Our next session's on Tuesday. But there is going to be a link to the first game. but nobody survived enough. But if somebody manages to survive through Destroyer of Worlds, I'm assuming they'll go into Heart of Darkness, because I'm not reading the scenario. I can't. Not fair. But it's amazing that I have it, because it means afterwards I can go and delve into this. Right. Last but not least, and I can't read this either because we've already had this is a brand new game out, Building Better Worlds. That was actually a pre-order or Kickstarter, and people just started getting it. I think like this is less than 2 weeks old, right? This is a brand new scenario, less than 2 weeks old. Bloody, even if I just got this, honestly, if Free League had just sent me this, I'd have been stoked, going, "Oh, thank you very much for this hefty, not cheap book. These are 50 quid each. I mean, I've got about 200 quid's worth of stuff here. Flip's sake, for what? Just running a few games on my channel? Flipping hell. Like, all you guys that shared the episodes, I'll say this again, all you guys that have shared the episodes and tuned in and helped support us and brought us to the attention, thank you. Because it's you guys that did it, not me. We just play the games and just broadcast and stuff. It's you folks that have liked this and shared it out there to people, has brought us onto the attention and got us this stuff sent. So thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you for your support. All I can say is I'll continue trying to make the best content possible and growing and, looking for new ideas so it don't become stale. And justify your support. That's really all I can say. And I'm overblown. I'm blown away. But every time, just a wee bit of acknowledgement. Like, that's when somebody shows support and, basically says, I believe in what you do. I am over the moon. So, Pioneers Wanted, History of Colonization, Organization, Making Frontier Colonies, Gear and Ship. So, I can't do this. Let's read about all the wonder and danger of the stars is yours. If you can just wipe the grime off your face and dig the dirt out from under your fingernails first. Airless moons circle swirling gas giants, eager to be transformed into tomorrow's paradise. Dark ancient mysteries wait to be unearthed beneath the millennium of debris. Soaring solar flares boil your flesh and blacken your bones as you harness their power to light 100 worlds. Long-lost mysteries lie entombed in the frozen hearts of icy comets. Unstable tectonic plates shift to drown iridium mines in scalding lava. Even the truth of humanity's origins awaits you out there, orbiting some dying star. And out there amongst it all is something truly horrifying, something that nature never intended, something alien. Alien RPG Building Better Worlds, complete campaign module, the world-building official Alien role-playing game, giving you all the tools you need to run a full open-world campaign as pioneering explorers and colonists. This 292-page book includes that. What I'll do is I'll flick a few pages, but I'm not reading. I can't bloody read it. This is so frustrating because this is a full campaign. Like, so much fun. History of colonization, the story of how humanity claimed the stars, creating explorers and colonists, expanded character creation rules, including 2 new archetypes. So you use the core book and you've got this expansion. Gears and ships, an extensive chapter with new equipment, weapons, and spacecraft. Systems and colonies, 36 new worlds to explore, including the far spinward colonies. Wayland Yutani extrasolar species catalogue, a host of new horrible xenomorphs to encounter. The Lost Worlds, the framework and backstory for a massive sandbox campaign set in the distant reaches of the far spinward colonies. The Expeditions, 7 thrilling missions for your explorers, playable in any order. Making your own better worlds, tools for creating worlds to explore and colonizing them with new settlements. Note, the Alien RPG core rulebook is required to use this book. So you... What do that? You take everything from this. This is an expansion. This is less than 2 weeks old. Bloody hell. Eating Frontier, trying to see. Here we go, some more of the artwork. Xenomorphs. So this isn't just a one shot. This is designed for an entire campaign itself. Characters. I can't read it. Stuff, plot points. I'll show one more and then whatever that is. Oh god, frustrating. I do. I get one of these books and I will devour them. Where novels are just, a lot of novels are nah. You get into one of these and honestly, you may set a day aside because it's not that you need a day. You just get so engrossed. So there you go. Free League. Thank you very much. That was not expected. Like I said, this Tuesday coming, as we're streaming, there'll be a giveaway because I already have it. So unopened. Make sure you stream in to session 7, our Destroyer of Worlds campaign. So during the gameplay, you'll need to have both Brotherhood of the Dice Twitch stream open and the HORRORific podcast YouTube stream open because we've streamed to both channels. On one of those channels, somebody will be selected and there'll be a giveaway, and that box will get posted out to you. I think it's only fair thing to do to get, to say thanks as well, not to be greedy. And, I've got a lot of amazing stuff there, but seeing I already have the starter set, it just seems right. So that's what we'll do. Make sure you tune in this Tuesday coming. Check our channel, check the upcoming streams, set your reminders and all that good stuff. Obviously, we're going to get into the game, and at some point, we'll have a quick break, just to do the giveaway. So it could happen anytime during the stream. So make sure you're there, and it could happen in either one of the two channels. I think that's let's try and get. I want to share the excitement, and they didn't have to send me all that stuff. They didn't have to whatsoever, and there's no contract to say I must do this, that, or the other thing to keep it. This was just sent to me. I could have just stuck it in my shelf and not said a word. But why would you do that when somebody's went and give you stuff and you're playing the game anyway and you enjoy their products? Of course, I'm going to celebrate it. But definitely, yeah, look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. I hope he's enjoyed it. I'm like a wee kid, honestly. Super excited and happy. Dave got that and was not expecting it. I thought I might have got a PDF copy of something when I saw the original email when they reached out. So there you go. I am stoked, really happy. Hope you enjoyed this. Yeah. Sorry for not being able to showcase everything, but I can't spoil it because I'm going to be playing stuff and I don't want to ruin it. So there you go, folks. Believe what you do. Also believe in Santa Claus. Yeah, I believe in Santa Claus today. Getting that little parcel. But yeah, super happy, honestly. Thank you again. And always, everyone out there, thank you for your support. You guys are what made this sort of thing happen. I have people reaching out to me, just various things. I'm wanting to get involved with the channel, and it's because your guys' support, you guys sharing out what we do and making people aware. And the more you do it, the bigger we can grow. And obviously, this isn't just for me to get stuff. Anything that comes in here is usable. That's the idea behind it. It's all about usable and sharing the experience. So go check out Chariot of the Gods. Check out the unboxing of the starter set, which I'd already done in more in depth. And there you go. So once again, thanks everyone. Just even later on tonight, I'm on Brotherhood of Dice. We are playing. Oh, actually, it's up in the air because I think someone's off. We might not be playing Helter Skelter. We might be going back to the 1920s. So I haven't done a post yet because I don't know yet. It hasn't been confirmed if we're doing the last part of Helter Skelter, or it has to be put forward a week. But yeah, I'll be there anyway. We'll be playing something tonight, Brotherhood of the Dice, so keep an eye out for that. But just even say, keep up to date with the channel, do the type of clicking things. Until next time, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.